met you on the screen with a cup of black coffee, charts on the globe, and your laugh coming softly. You said play it slow, I said I know the dance. Now every green candle feels just like romance. I don't need gold chains, I just need my way. One clean run up and a brighter day. If the numbers hold, then I'll sing, I swear. I'm already dreaming of a life I pay. Wake me up when I'm paid. Wake me up when I'm paid. I'm in love with the trade. I'm in love with the trade.
Good morning, Zumane. How you doing today? Hope you're well and possibly green. Start off with a little bit of news here. We got 10 o'clock U of M sentiment. Italian consumer confidence shouldn't have much of an impact on us. That was an hour and a half ago, though. So at 8:30, we have U.S. wholesale inventories, retail inventories, and U.S. advanced good trade balance. 10 o'clock is the U of M sentiment, 5-year inflation, 1-year inflation, and University of Michigan expectations final, and University of Michigan conditions. Those are all at 10. So 10 o'clock U of M, be a little careful. Kashkari speaks at 11:30. And at 1 o'clock, we have the Baker Hughes total rig count. Oil rig count. That's it for the day. I do not believe there's any restrictions. Let's check Take Profit Trader here. Calendar. There are no restrictions on TPT, and I haven't got any emails about any other prop firm restrictions, so we should be good to trade all day. No pauses. I would be careful at 10 o'clock. Zumane is looking for shorts. Zumane, don't pay attention to what I'm doing. So, poll says that more economists are forecasting Fed rate hikes rather than cuts for the first time since 2023. Right now, they're holding the Fed funds rate steady at 3.5 to 3.75. Russia's calling for clarity on the U.S. involvement in the conflict in Ukraine, what the role that the U.S. is actually playing. A little bit of a tech sell-off. So it says here that Trump will soon purchase wheat, soybeans, and corn using Iranian money. For anyone who actually pays attention, This was a statement that was made, I think like 3, maybe 4 days ago by Trump. The Iranians have responded to this, but he just keeps pushing it. The Iranians said that they are not going to be buying U.S. soybean, wheat, or corn from the U.S., and they are under no obligation to purchase these things from the U.S. Now, all of the statements that are being made about it are complete and total BS. So don't just jump into a soybean futures trade and go long. Do a little bit of fundamental and technical analysis before you decide to do that. I know a lot of people were just jumping into longs on oil at the beginning of the war in Iran. Just please be careful. OpenAI is leaning towards waiting until next year before they do an IPO. Apple's down, Micron's rising. You knew that. So that's really it for the news here. And Israel is dropping flyers on southern Lebanese town, ordering people to leave, in the first such order since the ceasefire. European hospitals overwhelmed by a heat wave. Heat waves everywhere. There's one in Asia, one in Europe. So that's really it for the news. Yeah, when you actually, you're absolutely correct. When you actually look at what the U.S. has got out of this war, it was a loss of a couple $2 trillion, a much more dangerous world to live in, higher oil prices, higher gas prices. And yeah, oil is coming down now, but there's going to be a little bit of layover before that translates into gas and diesel prices coming down in the U.S. The Iranians still have control of the Strait of Hormuz. Basically, the U.S. got nothing and lost quite a bit. I don't know how they can get away with calling this a win, and I also don't understand how people are falling for it, which it's a thing. I think most of these Trumpian sycophants, once you've been bamboozled, it's hard to get out of it. You just continue with it. But I mean, all the greatness that they've made America again, I just can't believe how great they've done. Real good job. So, on that note, let's take a look-see at NQ. A little bit of a higher time frame here. Chop through the overnight. Price hasn't done a whole lot since yesterday. Or I'm sorry, since the Asian market opened. Oof. It's all been chopped. A little bit of a downturn in the beginning of Asia, but not a whole heck of a lot. We created the low of day for Asia at around 11:30. and the high right after the open, about an hour and 15, an hour and a half after the open. Previous day's point of control is at 29,681.25. London high just above current price at 29,560. And the previous week's value area high is at 29,442.25. Everything's been, well, it's down from the open, but it's been chopped through all of London. Let's take a look at YM. So looking at the 15-year would have been much better playing level to level, using deviation bands through the overnight. London session opened pretty strong, continued up over VWAP, hit the deviation band, came back down, -1 standard deviation, and it seems to be being supported right at that, right around that previous day value area low. Initial lift in the Asia session, followed by a pretty strong downtrend on ES. And again, once London opened, got a little bit of lift. It now dropped below VWAP, and again, support at that -1 standard deviation. It's playing with previous day's low. Previous day's point of control on ES is 7,400, 23.75. Take a look at oil. Keep trying to type in the price for gold here. So oil continued to drop through the Asia session. Still in a decent downtrend, below VWAP, bouncing off that second deviation band, and has been playing around with, let's see, we got, yeah, it started coming up towards VWAP and was rejected halfway between the standard deviation and VWAP, got rejected, hit the second deviation band, and just rode it down for a while. We are currently above the low of day VWAP and above the first standard deviation. Current price is $70 a barrel for oil. Pull up the book map really quick just to see if there's anything fun going on here with oil. Not a lot of resting orders. There's some clusters around the current price. We've got about 75 large orders right around the current price, both above and below by just 2 points. There are still resting orders up at $115. Either somebody forgot about them up there, or they know something I don't know. It could be both. Check out gold. Gold is on a rise. Been coming up since about 11 o'clock yesterday evening. London session got a little bit of a boost. It's been above the standard 1 deviation through most of London. Got a couple of wicks down below it, but nothing major. Standard 1 deviation's been acting as a support level. Previous day is excuse me, previous day's high on gold was 4,060, which is about where we're sitting now. Midnight open price 4,019. Hey, good morning, Primo. Started investing in public companies in a big way. Yeah, I don't even want to go there. Good morning, GCX Factor. Good morning, Czar. All right, so I deleted everything off of my Traders post. Why, you ask? So I can show you how to set it up. Now, got some good action during Asia. London is average since the open. Hopefully New York doesn't disappoint. Yeah, here's hoping. I am going to pull up my Traders post here. I'm going to connect to broker. Now this is a really easy easy setup. When you look at Traders post, let me just make sure you guys can see this. Yes, you can. So with your Traders post, you are going to end up logging in, setting up your account, set up a free account, do whatever. You can trade a paper account on that just to test it out. So basically, okay, right now I have nothing hooked up here. So all you have to do is go to brokers, connect a broker, and then you either pick one from the drop-down menu, which is a lot of the prop firms that we use. Today I'm going to do Take Profit. If you happen to be trading accounts that are not on this list, you can go to Trade-Evate, Project X, TradeStation, whatever it is that you're using to trade, and click on that. Log into any Trade-Evate account that you have. If you have a cash account, you just log into it from here, and you can set it up exactly the same way. Be mindful though, if you have IBKR accounts, or what's the other one? I think E-Trade. Yeah, E-Trade. You cannot set up a futures account here. Stocks or options only. So if you're a stock or an option trader, you can still do that through Traders Post, but the futures contracts are beta version only, which kind of sucks. It'll come eventually, but I have accounts with, Trade-Evate, Interactive Brokers, E-Trade, Ninja Trader, Tasty Trade. I would like to be able to trade futures contracts and copy all of these on a live account. Unfortunately, I'm not doing that right now. But today we're going to set up a Take Profit Trader. Pretty easy. Connect to Take Profit Trader. Click on it. It'll bring you to, making sure it's me. There we go. And that's it. Now it's going to show all of these accounts as disabled. These accounts are all brand new 50K accounts, except for 2 of them. I'll explain why in a bit, but click on all, enable them, and that's it. You are now enabled. Put this down. Now, strategies and subscriptions. I want all of these to go into one strategy. I'm using my ES strategy. You create your strategy on your own. Sorry. So you can create a new strategy, name it. I'm just going to do stream. Systematic or discretionary. Futures account. Allow auto submit, allow live trading, allow signal overrides. That's how I do it. Now you can change this to TradingView, TrendSpider. You can select your IP address. I use any IP address. That's it. Now you can edit your subscription defaults. When you come down here, long only, short only, or both sides. I do longs and shorts, so both sides. Allow side swapping. I never allow side swapping. That is, no, that's basically your reverse button. I don't use a reverse button. I don't believe in them. They're dangerous and basically for degenerates. Quantity calculation amount. You can do none, fixed amount, risk in dollars, %, or a percentage. That's your position size. If you only want to trade one contract, fixed amount of 1, and that will be your position size for every time you hit the buy button. If you are a baller and want to trade 100 accounts, 100 contracts, you put in 100, and that is it. I'm not a baller. I'm not doing 100. In fact, I'm not even doing a fixed value. So none. I do the value or the number of contracts that I'm using on the command pad, so I don't bother with putting a position size in the strategy. Open orders. Cancel existing open orders before placing new orders. Yes, I want to do that. Cancel open entry order after a delay. Yeah. Entry order type, market. You're going to end up with a market order warning. If you want to put limit orders in, put a limit order in. You do stop market, stop limit, trailing stop, whatever it is you feel comfortable with. NQ, spreads aren't huge. ES, spreads aren't huge. So I generally just do market orders, allow a signal override, take profits and stop losses. Now this will take your profit or your loss or your stop loss automatically for you. You can do it in a dollar amount. You can do it in P&L. I like to do it in P&L. So I'm going to put $1,500 in here. These are take profit accounts. They're new accounts. There's a 50% consistency, so you can pass them in 2 days. It's $3,000, not limit, but I'm sorry, it's a $3,000 goal for activation of your funded account. So 50% of it, $1,500, P&L, stop loss, same thing. You want to put a stop market or a stop limit in, P&L. Per trade, I don't want to lose more than $200. So that's my P&L, $200 per contract. Now, and this is per contract. So if you put in a buy order, that single buy order is going to have a $200 stop loss, $1,500 take profit. But if you add into it, say you're DCAing it, and the price goes down, you want to get a better average entry price. You put in another order. Now you have another stop loss, $200 down. So you've essentially doubled your risk. Keep that in mind. Entry bid ask spread. This is all self-explanatory. Exit order type. Exit order. You want market, you want limit, stop market. And this is just for your exit button. when you get out of a trade, do you want to stop limit in there, or do you want an immediate market order? No retries. Now, do you want to apply these strategy settings to all new subscriptions? Yes, I do. Close. And now we subscribe to it. And now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 take profit trader accounts. Create subscription. Auto submit. This is important, otherwise you're going to have to go through and approve every single order you put in. And if you're trading more than a couple accounts, that can turn into a royal pain in the aspirins. So auto submit. Futures contracts. Both sides don't allow side swapping. This is all the same stuff that we went through. And enable. Strategies. We got one subscription. Subscribe. Next one. Create subscription. Auto submit. Enable. Save. Strategy. Subscribe. Third one. Create subscription. Auto submit. Enable. Now, if you're one of those people that trades 500 accounts, and you can do that through Trader's Post, this is going to take you a little while to set up, but subscribe, it is worth it. Now, auto submit and enable. Save. And that was it. Pretty easy setup. I wanted to go over that a little bit just because Dave and I have been talking about the command pad for forever. So now you got a little bit of a how-to in the morning. I do know if you want more in-depth tutorials on it, traderspost.com has a lot of instructional videos, and actually in their website they have their indicators, event calendars, signals, trades. Yeah, it'll tell you like your signals. It gives you a list of all of the signals, a list of your trades. These are brand new accounts. There's no your notifications. So they're indicators. They have open source open source projects. Command dash, linear regression, market speedometer, ATR, forward box, the midnight VWAP. Now, I'm gonna do a low-key brag here. And midnight VWAP is the one that Tom, I think it was Tom. Yeah, Tom built it based on my trading strategy for long duration trades. The crossover of the midnight and New York VWAP, or any two anchored VWAPs that you put on, usually results in a change in direction with a higher amount of volume coming in. Automated channel, market cap earnings tracker. Yeah, there's a bunch in here. And confluence of alerts. I haven't checked this one out yet. Not going to do it right now. I will check that out later and then get back to y'all. This is my favorite though. Close all positions. Time-based exit tool to close all positions at specified time daily. It does exactly what it says. You add this to your chart, it will close. If you have, if you're trading prop firms and you have that 4:45 rule rather than 5 o'clock, and you tend to trade late in the afternoon and are like me and don't look at a clock constantly, it's pretty damn handy. Any questions, comments, concerns?
I met you on the screen with a cup of black coffee, charts on the globe.
Traders Post is 100 USD a month. I don't know. Let's take a look.
Now every green candle feels just like romance. I don't need gold chains, I just need my way. One clean run up and a brighter day. If the numbers hold, then I'll
$39.20 a month for a starter. So you can
wake me up when I'm paid. Wake me up when I'm paid. I'm in love with the trade.
so you get 4 paper accounts and 1 live account with a starter plan.
With the trade.
So you get 1 live account, 1 paper, 4 prop firm accounts. That's what the paper ones are. They're not just like the Trading View paper accounts. What you can add on to these, you can add as many as you want to onto it. I just added 22 accounts to it. Now it's 127 a month. So if you want to trade 26 prop accounts and 1 live account, it's going to cost you $127. Most people don't trade that many. In fact, most people only trade at maximum 10 accounts. So first, for 1 live account, that's cash account in, say, like a Trade of 8 cash account, and 10 paper account, prop firm accounts, you're paying $63.20 a month. And oh, look at that. I have a discount code Mustang, 20% off. So it would be 79 instead of 63. I actually forgot that I had a discount code here. I like that you don't know the price because it is a business expense to you. That is the cost of doing business. Yes. Also, my account is a little bit different than a standard account. So on my account, I have 6 live accounts and 100 prop firm accounts and 1 paper account. It's a little bit different than the starter pack, and there is reason for that. So And yes, business expenses, if you're not paying attention to that, you are not running a business. And if you are playing around with prop firms and not treating them like a business, you're a gambler. Nobody wants to be called a gambler. At least I don't. I mean, maybe if I was actually a good gambler, it'd be different, but... So we got, I can get rid of the trade evade. So there's your settings. Now, once you set up all of your strategies, you can have whatever you want. 20 per. So right now, like I said, I deleted all of my accounts off here so I can do this. So I have an ES strategy that I use across more than just ES. I use it for ES, NQ, whatever. Funded. Now, first step, I keep the size actually at 1 micro on these ones, and that's because it's the first step in a funded account. Once that account gets funded, you're not paying a monthly fee anymore for most prop firms. So I don't care how long it takes for me to take a payout. So that first step is no more than 1 micro contract. It is in the strategy. I can't add to a position. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I can add up to 4 micros in the funded first steps. It's got all the parameters to keep me from losing money on trades and blowing up prop firm accounts that are funded. Top 1 futures, 25K small size challenge. I had 3 of them in there. I deleted them. They'll go back in eventually. Asia and pre-market. I had 20 accounts that I would trade Asia and pre-market. This is what I would use a lot of the time. And I would bounce between Asia and pre-market and ES. So straight to funded 25Ks, all of them from top 1 futures went into this. Exit all. Now, this is an exit only. And the reason I did that was because you can switch your strategies up here. Oh, I deleted them off here too. So you hit this button and it'll scroll through your strategy. And I made an exit all just because I would put whatever I was trading on that day there. Because sometimes when you have a bunch of accounts, it's hard to keep track of them. So I just wanted to make sure that I could exit every single position. Any take profit or stop loss orders, any resting orders in there, I could hit one button and everything would flatten for me across all 72 accounts. This was Angia shower longs. There was one paper in here. So every time Angia would say, I'm going to take a shower, we take a long on it. It is not doing well because Angia has not been in the stream quite as much in the pre-market. So, and this is the one I just made today. So I'm going to export this. Now, once you open up your command pad, hit the wheel, add the stream. Now I've got my stream strategy is on here. When you first set up your strategy, it's dashboard, strategy, signals, notifications, edit, lockout, and a buy, a sell, a cancel, and an exit. It's very simple, and if you can trade with just those and do well, great. It's here. Prefer to have a break even plus 2, cancel take profits, cancel open orders, and then break even plus all the way up to 150. And normally, under any normal circumstances, I wouldn't have a break even up to 150 points. That's ridiculous. But in the current market conditions, it's kind of necessary. So I left that in there. So the strategies on Traders Post are parameters for contract size and execution as opposed to an indicator of when to execute that. Yes. Your strategies are how you want to trade that specific account or an account that is attached to that strategy. So like I said, position size, strategy maximums. If you never want to put more than 1 micro in, you can lock it out at 1 micro. If you don't want to be able to add to a position, if you want all in, all out, that's another thing you can do. You can set up your stop losses to trail if you're a trailing stop loss type of person. So, roger that. If you are looking for automated strategies, they do have them in their dashboard. So you go to, oh, I'm sorry, that is not correct. You go to indicators. Indicators? Indicators. Yeah, I understand. Indicators, strategies. So right now there are 4 strategies in that just show up. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. Load more. That load more is was hiding on me. Multi VWAP crossover, 6 Sigma, opening range breakout, super negative RR strategy. These are all automated. You can put them into your trading view. I'm not sure if you can put them into Thinkorswim. You would have to contact their help desk. I know some of you guys trade with Thinkorswim, so Ninja Trader, Thinkorswim, I don't mess with them, so that's a help desk question. All right. So I got my 5 accounts attached here. Attached to strategy. I am also going to hook these up one more time. We're going to go over to ES. You're going to subscribe just so you can see how it's done. Again, create subscription, auto submit, any ticker. I don't want the notifications because I trade too many accounts. I want to be able to trade both sides. I do not allow side swapping. That reverse button is a killer. Enable it, save it, and done. Going to second account, create subscription, auto submit. Now everything else is exactly the same. The only thing that you have to do when you go from account to account when you're putting them into your subscriptions is click on the auto submit, enable, save, strategies, subscribe, third account, create, auto submit, get out of here, enable, save. Got 3 in there, so we're on number 4. Create subscription, again, auto submit, enable, save, and last one, because all we're doing today is 5 accounts. I may hook my cash accounts up to this as well, but I will do that not on screen because I think your account numbers show up on here, and that, my friends, would be stupid and dangerous. So now I have 2 strategies I have the stream and the ES both hooked up. If I press the buy or the sell button on this, it is going to execute an MNQ continuous contract, long or short. Now it picks up from whatever you're on, whether it's NinjaTrader, Trade-Evate, TradingView, it will pick up the ticker. So if I change it to MES over here, it changes automatically here. Changes the price, your parameters for, oh no, it does not change parameters for stop loss and take profit, or for stop and take profit. You can change your entry if you like. Instead of changing it in your subscription, you can do it directly on the command pad to where you have a market, limit, stop market, stop limit. You put a trailing stop in here, and then you just copy the price and add it. I always just leave this on default. It's all market orders for me. And yes, that is about it. Good morning, Skeletor. I like the auto PEUK button, the auto puke button. That's the hardest thing for traders to do, take the loss. Yeah. And that being said, I am very transparent about my losses. I take them often. But I'm a decent risk manager. So I had somebody in the stream a little while ago say, you hardly ever take, I've never seen you take a loss. You've seen me take plenty of losses. The issue is the issue with it and why you don't remember them is because my losses are extremely small. And what would turn into a big loss is usually just taken out because of my automatic break even button. I got a break even +2. That means that it goes to break even plus 2 points. That 2 points will cover costs, it'll cover commissions, and give me a couple of bucks on top of it. And Primo may argue with me about this because I know he traded really large size for a very long time. But I'm not trading thousands of contracts. I'm trading 1 micro at a time. I'm just some asshole on the internet trying to make a couple of bucks every day and, feed myself, pay the rent, do shit like that. Buy a new surfboard, maybe. So I'm okay with taking a $36 profit on something rather than a loss, and doing that over and over again until I get into that trade that plays out, turns into a runner, and continues. Those ones I add into. Once it gets to the point where I can add into it and still have my stop loss at 50% of whatever my current profit is, I'll add to it, and then I'll add again and again and again. Doing the math in your head on the fly, I don't get it right most of the time, but pretty accurate. So if I've got 3 contracts in, I have to have, if I'm going to put in another 3 contracts, it's going to eat up half of my entry price. If I only put in 1, it's only going to take a little bit of it. So once I'm in with 3 micros, it's 1 at a time for an add-in over and over and over again if it's continuing to go in a strong trend in my direction. But as I'm adding in, my stop loss is also coming up and coming up and coming up. So that's my my command pad. No, it's not a great tutorial, but it's just very simple. Try it out. Actually go there and get a free account. If you just do decide to, use code Mustang and take 20% off it, so you save a little bit of money. But in all honesty, if you're not trading, or if you're not copy trading, I think the best thing about it is the command pad. So you can actually just download the command pad in your Google Chrome and put it up on your screen. You do have to have a Traders Post account, but get a free account to begin with. Play with it, see if you like it. And then, if you want to, you can pay the $39 or $40 a month for the service. But always test it out prior. Okay. This is another fun one. The handy dandy lockout button. I absolutely love this because I am, like yesterday, I was having issues where I was done for the day. I made a decent amount of profit on the day, and then I was sitting here just staring at the charts, looking for another entry 20 minutes after I said I'm done. When I realized I was doing that, just trying to find another entry, I hit the lockout button for 2 hours and 5 minutes, and yeah. Oh, the other thing about this too is when you hit the dashboard button, it'll pull up your account, whatever you have attached to it. If you click on that, it will give you your open P&L, your day's P&L, cash. Like I said, this is a new account right now, so the only thing is you do have to update these as you're going. It's not a continuous update on these, so you don't just leave that open. Embrace the loss. Yeah, I mean, honestly, you're gonna take losses. Manage them. Learn to manage them well. Look at the. Don't. Okay, so I'm gonna say, look at the size of your account. Most of the people watching this, I think, are trading prop firms. When you see that you have a 50K prop firm account, you do not have a 50K prop firm account. You have purchased $2,000 worth of fake money for drawdown. That's it. You don't have a 50K account. If you had a 50K account, your trading would be a lot different than it will be with $2,000 of drawdown. So, that being said, treat it like a $2,000 account. Trade a micro, not a mini. Keep your losses small. The more losses you can take, the longer you can stay in the game and look for that runner. Yeah, but and like Primo just said, embrace the loss. You're going to take losses. Everyone takes losses. Just don't make them big. You see that your trade is going against you and there's no indication that it's coming back. Don't sit there and stare at it and watch it go all the way to your stop loss. The stop loss is there for insurance. There is no rule that says just because you took a stop loss doesn't mean you can't exit that order prior to it getting hit. Just saying. So if I'm up 20 points and I hit the break even +2, I'm in a risk-free trade there. That risk-free trade is nice because if it continues to go up, you can add to it, keep bringing your stop loss up to a break even +2 or +5 or 10 or however many you're up, and then you sit back and have a Coke and a smile and enjoy watching your P&L turn brighter and brighter green. Hey, what's up, Aventura? Good morning and happy Friday. Oh yeah, you're an avid command pad user. Aventura is always on the Traders Post live stream. Watching my kids. Now, I would like to be able to somehow hook the command pad up to my book map. That would be interesting. I love when I hear about people talk about gambling issues. They have no idea what traders go through. We laugh at gambling. I mean, that's not inaccurate. When I hear about, well, I've got a gambling addiction. Cool. I lost $10,000 in a year or a month or whatever. I've been playing the ponies. I've lost $10,000 in 5 minutes. Shut the fuck up. And that's not a joke. I actually have lost $10,000 in 5 minutes. I start the day here when work allows. I know you do, buddy. And I appreciate you for it. Now you just need to like and subscribe and do all that jazz. See if we can actually grow this channel. I probably have like 4 people watching right now. Holy shit, I have 8 people watching this? Alright, you people creeping in the background, say something and let me know what you're thinking. No, that was not a 10K loss on a prop account. You don't have that account anymore. No, I lost in a cash account. It was a larger cash account. But I ended up losing a 110 grand trade in just under 5 minutes on a huge movement. Blew through my stop loss. That insurance did not pay out. Blew through my stop loss. I ended up manually closing it. Lost 10K. It happens. Largest loss I've taken on a prop account. I honestly don't know. I do know that a couple of months ago I took a 22K loss on a group of prop accounts. I think I was trading 22 accounts and lost $1,000 per account for a total of a $22,000 loss prior to noon. And that day was. It happens. Again, blows through your stop loss and Tim Korth. Remember, trade your plan and plan your trade. Are you kidding? I just throw shit at the wall to see what sticks. Aventura is watching and I have the power of 10 nerds. All right. Hey, good morning, M. Will. Were you one of the people that was creeping in the background? All right. So, any questions on command pad? On let's switch this back to NQ. on how much money I've lost in a day. That's all right. I'm not mad about that. You can creep all you want to, Will. Unless you're actually a creep, then. Then seek help. All right, NQ is below VWAP, but above the low day VWAP. 8:30 in the morning. We've gone over news. We've gone over Traders Post. Talked a little bit about NQ and ES, oil prices, the Strait of Hormuz, how the U.S. has lost this war, and trillions of dollars to boot. So, what else we got? All right, YM is still below the low of day VWAP. NQ is below the, yeah, of course it is. It's below the high day VWAP and above the low day. So YM had the strongest uptrend for yesterday. This was a hell of a day. Oh, I'm sorry. No, that wasn't yesterday. That was the Asia session from Wednesday. I get my days and my evenings mixed up quite a bit. On Thinkorswim, yeah, I did. I looked at that and actually looked up a couple other things. Most of it was stuff that I had already studied. I did pick up quite a bit from the Thinkorswim one, and then there was another options thing that I was looking up for information, and picked up a few, got a bit more information from that. So thank you, I appreciate that. Skeletor, I have joined your stream a few months ago, have not seen you take large losses. I think your large losses are behind you. I mean, I hope so, but I'm not going to just rest on my laurels. Need to keep practicing and manage your risk and not act like a child. It's just money, right? Yep, it is. You can't take it with you when you die. I like how you spell die, like dye your hair. That's... Hearses don't have trailer hitches. Yeah. OCC. That's it. The options clearing something or other. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. That's options clearing. Help me out. So on this 1 hour chart, still nothing I want to get into. On the 15, again, we're just chopping around here, right around VWAP. Going, but that first standard deviation is acting like support since about 5 a.m. Not great support, but support nonetheless. It's like a not a well-built jockstrap or brassiere if you're the fairer gender. We do have 64 contracts sitting up at 29,420. We are not printing any volume balls at the moment. I have my minimum set at 40. I'm actually going to change that to 20 for pre-market. We have had one sell volume ball, and that was at 8:17. One buy volume ball at a couple minutes before 8, and another one at 7:37. So not a whole bunch there. Looking at the micros on Bookmap, got 123 orders down at 29,280, and those look like they're about 90% algos. So we got market maker orders in here. Even orders above and below current price, all exactly the same, not algorithms. They're the same orders and they keep moving up with the price. So they're adding on, moving along with the price, and they're at 2 seconds after the price moves 1 point on MNQ. These orders are moving along with it. I do love how everybody hears the word market maker and they think that there's some magical group of people in a dark room wearing robes like they're in a cult. Options Clearing Corp. Thank you. I knew it was Options Clearing something. Appreciate you, Will. Talk about large trades. The Chicago Board Options Exchange actually created a cash treasury bond options pit that traded by appointment only with the Saudi royal family. Yeah, I heard about that. Actually, from you. Bond was $1 million face value. Jeez. All right. So it's 8:37. I've only had 1 cup of coffee here. So I'm going to give you a jungle view and be back in a few.
He rode in from the Motor City, chrome on the
Angie, you're still sick? Sounds like you're green today. Different kind of green, though. Feel better? Get some rest. Drink plenty of fluids. Call me and I'll bring you some chicken soup, also known as Jewish penicillin. Lower that music a little bit. All right, most of the orders above the current price have disappeared off the book map. We still have big blocks of orders down at 29,300, so 15 points down, and 40 of those just came off. My volume profile. All right, I have questions for you guys. Anybody have a good volume indicator that they like to use? If you've been sick for 5 days, yeah, you should probably go to the hospital. If you've had a high fever for 5 days, go to the hospital. Seek medical attention. Last thing you want is to have that fever affect your brain. It is the dangerous thing about the high fevers. We've already come into contact with midnight open price. That was $266 level. The working point of control is at 277. So 66 is midnight, 77 is a working point of control. Previous day's point of control is 52,422. Session volume profile. Delta volume profile is good. Okay, pack my things. I will go now. Yes, please do. Hopefully today a howler monkey won't take out my internet again. I'm so glad I wasn't in a trade yesterday when that happened. Too funny, Nick. The broker that did the trades for the Saudis used to make $1 million in commission each trade. Jesus. I couldn't even imagine making that kind of money. Hey, Nick, was Monkey literally messing with your set internet outside of your... Yes. There were 2 troops of howler monkeys yelling at each other, and then I started seeing leaves falling right next to the roof, and a group of 6 howler monkeys were just hanging out, messing with the cables on the side of the house. Luckily, the howler monkeys get scared pretty easily, so all I had to do was walk out there and yell at them, and they ran off. I did zip tie those cables, so if they want to mess with the internet again, they're gonna have to pull really, really hard on them. So yeah, that making $1 million in commission each trade, maybe someday I'll get to that point when I start acting like a professional. Somebody asked me if I was a professional trader. I'm not a professional anything. I haven't even worn shoes in 6 months. All right, looks like we're going to come into contact with Asia Low here. More orders are coming on below the current price. No shoes, no problem. Around here, yeah. There's none of that. No shirt, no shoes, no service. It's more of a no shirt, no shoes. You must be a local. That was the one weird thing about being in Santa Teresa and Malpais, was when I first got there, looking around going, does anyone ever wear clothing? Nothing but butts everywhere. You'd fit in great here. I do suggest the Nicoya Peninsula if you're looking to move to Central America. It's a blue zone. Everyone pretty much just walks around mostly naked all the time, and everybody's really chill. There's no Crime rate's really low. They have like some break-ins and stuff. It's expensive, but the roads suck and it's expensive. Other than that, I can't think of any complaints. How old am I? You should never ask a lady how old they are. What is wrong with you? I am 50. Yeah, 50. I had to think about it for a minute. Yeah, I didn't know about it until yesterday. Somebody in the chat asked if it affected me at all. Didn't even know what happened until somebody said something in the chat. I did see in the news that there's like 253 deaths already, which, wow, I feel for those people, but did not have anything over here. Yeah, it's pretty horrible. In the time that I've been down here, I've experienced 4 earthquakes. Yeah, 4 earthquakes, 3 volcanoes went off, and a couple of landslides. Now, when I say experienced them, the earthquakes were minor and far enough off to where I felt the house shake a little bit, but that was about it. The volcanoes, again, very minor. It wasn't like Mount Vesuvius or anything. The tropical storm that hit Nicaragua, we ended up with quite a bit of rain and huge swell in the ocean. The beach at Playa Hermosa was a white sand, essentially like a white and light brown sand beach. And because of those storms, it is now tiny rocks covering the entire beach. So tsunamis are generally caused by earthquakes that are underwater. So they can occur anywhere. There hasn't been one here in a very long time. I think the last time they had a very severe, even tropical storm was in the 1990s, like early 90s. And prior to that, in 1982, where it hit on the Caribbean side and took out, I think it did like $15 million in damage, which sounds like a lot, but it's really not as bad as what you would picture. All right, NQ is on the book map is being a little bit silly here. We had orders equally above and below current price, then all the orders up above disappeared. More orders came on below current price. Now there's more orders above current price and everything is dark below. We still have 123 orders down at 2977, no, 2980. 29,280. Sorry, I'm a freaking idiot this morning. But there are more clusters of orders up above. while the movement is pretty slow here, I am actually I'm going to put in the sell order right here. I want to test this out. All right, look at that. So it did go through on all of my TPT accounts. And like I said, this is not updating in real time. So you want an update, you have to click on the little paper airplane looking thing here. This is a 1 micro trade. Up 50 bucks so far. Can you guys see my screen and my trade? Yes, you can. Now I'm going to hit the break even +2. So now this is a risk-free trade. I've covered my costs and commissions. It pulled my stop loss from 40 points to +2 points. And if it's going in my favor, I'm just going to do this as a demonstration. I'm going to hit the break even +5. Brings it down 5 points. Or break even +10. Brings it down 10 points. So no matter what, this trade is, this is a low cortisol trade at this point. I got no stress about it. If it does come back, I'm still in profit by 10 points. So that's kind of awesome. And I did it with a click of a button across 5 accounts. Break even +20. That's a little too close. I'm going to leave it at 10. Is living in Costa Rica as sweet as it sounds? I mean, it's pretty awesome. It's expensive as hell where I am. Well, not right now where I am. Here it's cheap. It's Costa Barata. But Nicoya Peninsula, yes, pricey. Real pricey. Command pad is the bomb. I'm in full agreement with you there. I'm just going to let this go. If it goes in my favor, it goes in my favor. If it doesn't, like I said, I made a couple bucks, so. And me not trading for the Saudis, you know, making $1 million in commissions every trade. I'll take my $33 or $23 or whatever it would come out to across 5 accounts and say I made 150 bucks for sitting here and chit-chatting with you jokers and drinking my coffee. Doing shit that I like anyway. Because I'm a scalper, I do like to manage on the 2 minute, 1 minute, sometimes 30 second, depending on how the the price action is. I'm gonna move this to a break even plus 20. So I think I locked in about 50 bucks there. And again, 50 times 5, $250 for a my first trade of the day. I'm okay with that. Spent time in Panama. That's as far as I've been. Panama is beautiful. Panama is another expensive one. If you're in the cities, if you're in like Panama City, very expensive. Gorgeous. Skeletor took a small scalp on NQ. Short in and out, up $280. Beautiful. Saw a weakness on the 1 hour, consolidating down, so I took a short. Very good. So I do like this. I don't even need to watch this trade at this point. It's probably going to come up and stop me out here, but I'm not willing to move my my stop loss up. I'll keep moving it down if this goes in my favor. But we are below that that second DV and the -2 deviation band. See how this 2 minute closes. Actually, see how the 5 minute closes. Still got 4 minutes on this candle, so now the active point of control and all the volume is up at 373 level, so take a quick look at the book map. Still all the orders underneath, nothing's really coming on up above. 83 orders down at the 250 level. We got 56 at 265. 30 orders down at 275, which it may get down there. Oh, that's the London. Oh, shit, it already made it down there. See if it pushes through, makes another low. I like my stop where it is. It's giving it a little bit of room to breathe. And like I said, I'm in profit, so it's probably like 35, 40 bucks. If this wasn't a pre-market trade at 7 minutes after 9, I would probably add into this on a pullback, but it is not the time for me to be adding into trades. It's not that time of day. What do you need to make a month or a year to live comfortably in Costa Rica? Comfortably? I mean, it depends on your level of comfort. If you're talking about living in one of the expat houses up on the hill above Santa Teresa, you're going to want to make at least like $250K a year. If you are looking at a more modest house that doesn't cost, $1.5 million plus, 100K a year, you're going to be pretty comfortable. If you want to live like a local, your expenses are going to go way down, but your comfort level is going to go down as well. Very simple things that people don't consider when they come down here. When you buy a home or rent a place, not all the showers have hot water. Not all the kitchen sinks have hot water. Because the locals have spent so long taking cold showers, that's just how they do it. All right, I just hit my break even plus 30 points, so no matter what, I'm making 30 points on this trade. Yeah, cold showers. And by cold, we're not talking about like Michigan cold water. We're talking about water in your pipes that sits above ground in a tropical climate. When I say cold water, I mean like 75 degrees to 85 degrees, depending on the day. All the water lines are above ground because of earthquakes and the cost of what it would take to put your water underground or water pipes underground is too much rock, too much lava. I mean, essentially, this whole country it's a very young country in the grand scheme of things. So a lot of rock, a lot of lava, a lot of stuff that people do not want to spend the money on for infrastructure. And not that their water system isn't good. It's just different. Hovering right below previous day lows. Wants to test Tokyo lows. Should have held that short, but hey, playing it safe. Dig it. Thanks, Nick. I don't know anyone living there now except for you at the moment. I appreciate the tip. Hey, you know what? Come down and visit. It's always a good time. All right, we're ending up with a couple more orders up above the current price here. I'm going to try and be patient and let this play out. Like I said, if it stops me out, I'm good. I made a little profit. First trade of the day. And if it continues to go down, I make a little bit more on it. Orders are coming off and on the book map right now, both above and below the current price. It's 9:15 in the morning, so that's not really all that surprising. I think I need to take a deep breath and let this go. I don't know why I'm getting edgy about it. All right, stop me out. So I'm going to go over to the dashboard now, showing that I have nothing open. All right, I made $55.50 on that one. Not great, but it's $55.50 I did not have 15 minutes ago. And it's across 5 accounts. Oh, I still need to hook up my cash accounts. So here, it will tell you if you have any open positions, pending trades, or open orders. There is not on this account. There is not on this account. Or this one. Or this one. Or this one. Now, when you look at your P&L on here, these aren't going to line up exactly. $55.50. Pretty sure one of these is going to be, here's $56. So you do end up with a tiny bit of slippage, 55. 55.50. It's looking like that's about the average price is 55.50. 55.25 would be the average price here across all 5 accounts. Now that slippage, it's going to happen. I have never seen a large amount of slippage in Traders Post though. So that is one thing that I do really like about them is it is not like some of the other trade copiers that you can get, like Trade Syncer and Replicanto and all that other stuff. It's not leader follower copy trading. Each account gets its own JSON message sent, and confirm value area low. Yes. So previous day's value area low is 29,337. Previous week's value area high, 29,442. Previous day's point of control is at 29,681.25. I would not be surprised if it got up there today. There are a bunch of orders up there. It's also Friday. I shouldn't even say that. Hope that helps, Skeletor. So, working point of control is around 379.50, and that's where all the volume is since 1 a.m. Got 15 minutes until market open. Again, we're going to do I don't need to lock this out, but you can lock it out if you want to. Getting rid of my stop loss and take profit in here. Doesn't sound like a smart thing, but I have it in my strategy. So no matter what, my stop loss and take profit's going to go in with my trade. Oh, wow, I should have stayed in that. No point in jumping into it now, though. Like 9:15, that's when things start to happen. confirm value area low real quick. Already did that. Oh, no problem. Anytime. The hawk flies. Well, howdy doody. How you doing, Hoss? You said howdy. I gotta call you Hoss. It's either that or Goober. I figure you prefer Hoss. All right. So, any questions? Any comments? Do the like and subscribe thing, because I am going to actually start trying to build this channel a little bit. Suggest it to a friend. Copy the link. Email it to your buddies. Interesting how your name is coming up in the newer funk songs. You must be funky. Well, I mean, I did play electric bass for many years, and I do like the funk. Slap bass is always fun to play. So yeah, I mean, you could call me a little funky. I mean, I'm no Bootsy Collins or anything, but Nick is a motherfunker on bass. Hell yeah. Spank you, Aventura. And it's comments like that why Mike does not want me on the Traders Post live stream anymore. Just saying. Mike is tired of his dad showing him up. No, Mike is he's a better trader than I am. He's definitely better at reading the market. Hey, Market Butcher, 151 subscribers. Nice. Got 151? That sounds pretty nice. I like it. $151 subscribers. I got 1 like, no shares. All right. I'll take it. Wow, Bootsy. How do you not know Bootsy Collins? Come on. Jocko. Yeah. At first, when I read that, I was thinking Hako, as in the city here. I was like, yeah, I know it. Don't want to go to it. It's where all the hookers are. The hookers and the drugs. Neither of which I want. So, fun fact for the day, since I didn't do one, the band in the Muppet Show. Well, actually, all the characters in the Muppet Show are based on real famous people. Yes. Yeah, I gotcha. So the band in the Muppet Show, Dr. Teeth, is based on George Clinton. Janice is based on Janis Joplin. Animal was John Bonham. Zoot, the saxophone player, is based on John Coltrane, which is why they gave him that blue colors, because of the with a cover of one of his albums. There's another one in there somewhere. I can't remember offhand. Miss Piggy was Jane Mansfield. Kermit the Frog was Frank Sinatra. Gonzo. Who can guess who Gonzo was? Animal seems more like Mick Fleetwood. John Bonham was a wild man. So Gonzo was a combination of two people. Oh, Keith Moon. You know what? Yeah, I'm sorry. It wasn't John Bonham. It was Keith Moon. Sorry, I get my drummers mixed up. So Gonzo is actually a combination of two different characters. One of them was Evel Knievel. The other one was Hunter S. Thompson. Beaker was Oppenheimer. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Beaker was the assistant. Can't remember the scientist's name. He was supposed to be Oppenheimer. Don't know who Beaker was supposed to be modeled after. Tomorrow I'll give you fun facts on Oppenheimer. The chef was you would have to do that to me, wouldn't you? I cannot remember his name. NQ price got above the first -1 standard deviation band, is heading back up towards that active point of control. And on Bookmap, we still have orders up above us, none below. And by none, I mean it's just dark under there. There are orders. There's still 100 down at 29,200. But still pretty dark. Yeah, me too. The thing is, the fun facts and the trivia stuff, I have so much useless bullshit stuck in my head, and I don't know what to do with it. Start just a YouTube channel of nothing but fun facts about dumb shit that nobody cares about. 6 years from now, I'll have one follower that really likes Trivial Pursuit. All right, we got 2 minutes to mark it open. I'm going to log off and back on here in a second. So that way I can play with Dave a little bit. I do not know where the Muppets debuted. Was it Broadway? We're a little theater on Houston Street. Come on, Primo, don't leave me hanging. Saturday Night Live? Wow. I never would have guessed that. 1976? Yeah, I wouldn't have remembered that. That's something I would have had to read somewhere. I was born in 75. All right, guys. Thank you all. Like, subscribe, do all that jazz, and I will be back in uno momento. See you in a minute.